Good morning, dear friends. What a blessing to be with you today. We have another chapter from the book Green Light by the Spirit Andrea Luiz through the mediumship of Francisco Cândido Xavier. What a blessing to be with you today. Please feel free to leave your comments and questions. In the book Green Light, we're bringing to you every Thursday morning in collaboration with Kardec Radio. I am broadcasting to you from the Spirit Society of Richmond in Richmond, Virginia. Today's chapter is titled Managers and Employees. This is a most beautiful book with direct, very simple ideas, very simple instructions on how to go about our life. So, for example, the last few chapters we've seen, we're talking about people who are antagonists or adversaries who don't agree with us or we don't agree with them. Then we talked about regarding children. Last week was seeing and hearing, and I've added the link to the playlist in the description for you if you'd like to listen to all the chapters so far. You will be on the list as well. Today's chapter is about managers and employees. We all fulfill the law of work. We all do constructive, useful activities in the world. Some of us go out into the workplace and we have a formal manager or employee, but this also could apply to those who are running a household, those who are leading a family, leading a spiritist group, because it's all about assistance, direction, and how we follow the direction. So that interplay between those who are leading, those who are following. And so Andrea Luiz will say to us, quote, "Do not forget that the manager is responsible for the work of a team. The best way to honor those in charge is to faithfully execute our own duties," unquote, for now. So when we are part of a group, there's usually someone who is managing it. In case of Spiritism, we know there are presidents of centers, there are directors of centers, there are people in charge of different sectors of the center, and then they're leading. The superior spirits are guiding their actions. They are organizing the activities, giving direction. How can we honor them? If we're following someone, or if we're joining a group, then we're following them. If we are starting a group, then we are the ones who are responsible for directing that group. What kind of responsibility that is? It should really be done as part of a plan where you are aware of the responsibilities of both leading and both following. So how can we honor those who are leading our groups? He says the best way to honor them is to faithfully execute our duty. So is our duty. If we bring it to the Spiritist Center, is to be on time, to do the activities, to volunteer, to look for things to improve everybody. We cannot just go in, receive the treatment, receive the teachings, and not give back. We know better this time, so we need to look for opportunities to serve that group, whatever the group is in the world. Now, the relationship between the parties. Andrea Luiz will say, whoever manages needs collaboration from the staff. A reminder of the law of society here. We're never alone. We don't do things alone. So whoever is managing needs people around her to collaborate, to volunteer, to do things. So that's important. He says, however, the staff, or those who are in the team, need to respect and pay attention to the manager. So we have this very important, there's a big phrase, so I'm going to cut it in pieces here for us to dissect it, look at it in detail. So the manager needs the collaboration of the staff, is directing the staff, and the staff is paying attention to what the manager needs. So when I go to a spirit center, when I watch online, am I judging what they're doing? Am I coming up with ideas of how to do better? Am I joining the efforts to actually know how hard it is to do the activities of the good in a planet that is still in need of realignment, reattunement with the good, because we are in a planetary transition right now. And he will continue. So the staff need to respect and pay attention to the manager, who, on the other hand, needs to practice kindness and comprehension so that the work can be done with safety or safely. So it's this symbiotic relationship. The manager needs the collaboration. The staff attunes to the needs of the manager. And the manager is kind and understanding so the work can be done safely. How is your relationship with those who manage things around you, from your workplace to the school your children go to, or to the spirit center you're a part of? Are we looking for those who are managing with respect? And are they looking at us with kindness and understanding? It's very important that we send them loving vibrations of kindness. We visualize the good spirits with them, because it's hard to manage anything, especially if you are not bringing with it aspects of our millenary life where we have perhaps focused on only on the physical. But when we're trying to bring in an alternative way of seeing entertainment, life in general, there's important relationships, bringing to the community an alternative to just a Saturday night drinking when you are talking about a lecture, or on Sundays when you're talking about service, or you're bringing about opportunities for volunteer, because there is joy in volunteering and taking your time to go somewhere and help others. So look at the leaders around you, look at the managers around you. Know that behind every institution there is a group of spirits. There are leading institutions, be it a hospital, a workplace, a building, a government building. Let's look at them and visualize the group of spirits that are committed to that mission, to that part of doing good in the world. And then to visualize the good, let's look at what's important and focus on what can we do. Instead of criticizing, we offer to help. Right? There's always something we can do to improve the lives of everyone. He will say, to give guidance is to devote oneself. So when I'm managing anything, I'm devoting my time and effort to that thing, to those groups of people. So I need to be attuned with their needs. I need to be attuned with what they can do and can't do, and how can you as a manager help. He says those who really teach are those who study the most. So when we are giving instructions and talking about things, we need to read, we need to study. It cannot just be an opinion. It has to be something we've read, we lived, we pondered. Because remember, when we are leading, especially in spiritist arenas, when we are doing things, there is a whole program in the spiritual realm. So we don't want to derail that program. And that's it. He talks a little bit about making the staff worried if you are a manager, but also not allowing the staff not necessarily open their hearts, bringing all of the problems of their hearts to the manager. So let's think today on how can I manage the things around myself, even if you're not specifically going to a workplace, but you have a family to manage. If you're teaching, if you are in a hospital, if you are serving the homeless, if you are in a government position and you have a lot of lives Um, a lot of lives are, you're responsible for a lot of people's lives and quality of life. How are we doing this? Are we being kind and understanding? And if we are following, not everybody's going to be a leader, not everybody's going to be able to lead and manage. This may not be your reincarnatory plan for now. And then if we are following, how are we faithfully executing the duties that were given to us today in this lifetime, so that we can build a better world, a better community for everyone. Dear friends, what a blessing to be with you. I hope that God can grant us the opportunity of being together for another chapter soon, between now and then. May you stay well, may you stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.